Hello. Hello! Hello, my name is Wayne Roach. Wayne Roach is my name. You are watching Wayne Roach Reads the Bible. Today, most wonderful of days, because it is today. Leviticus, the 20th chapter. We've made it the 20, number 20. I don't know what it's about, but I suppose we'll find out. The Lord told Moses to say to the people of Israel, any of you or any foreigner living among you who gives any of his children to be used in the worship of the god Moloch shall be stoned to death by the whole community. If anyone gives one of his children to Moloch and makes my sacred tent unclean and disgraces my holy name, I will turn against him and will no longer consider him one of my people. But if the community ignores what he has done and does not put him to death, I myself will turn against the man and his whole family, and against all who join him in being unfaithful to me and worshipping Moloch. I will no longer consider them my people. If anyone goes for advice to the people who consult the spirits of the dead, I will turn against him and will no longer consider him one of my people. Keep yourselves holy, because I am the Lord your God. Obey my laws, because I am the Lord, and I make you holy. The Lord gave the following regulations. Anyone who curses his father or his mother shall be put to death. He is responsible for his own death. If a man commits adultery with a wife of a fellow Israelite, both he and the woman shall be put to death. A man who has intercourse with one of his father's wives disgraces his father, and both he and his woman shall be put to death. They are responsible for their own death. If a man has intercourse with his daughter-in-law, they shall both be put to death. They have committed incest and are responsible for their own death. If a man has sexual relations with another man, they have done a disgusting thing, and both shall be put to death. They are responsible for their own death. If a man marries a woman and her mother, all three shall be burned to death because of the disgraceful thing they have done. Such a thing must not be permitted among you. If a man has sexual relations with an animal, he and the animal shall be put to death. If a woman tries to have sexual relations with an animal, she and the animal shall be put to death. They are responsible for their own death. If a man marries a sister or a half-sister, they shall be publicly disgraced and driven out of the community. He has had intercourse with his sister and must suffer the consequences. If a man has intercourse with a woman during a monthly period, both of them are to be driven out of the community because they have broken the regulations about ritual uncleanness. If a man has intercourse with his aunt, both of them must suffer the consequences for incest. If a man has intercourse with his uncle's wife, he disgraces his uncle, and he and the woman will have to pay the penalty. Neither one will have children. If a man takes his brother's wife, they will die childless. If he has done a ritually unclean thing and has disgraced his brother, the Lord said, keep all my laws and commands, so that you not be rejected by the land of Canaan into which I am bringing you. Do not adopt the customs of the people who live there. I am driving out those pagans so that you can enter the land. They have disgusted me with all their evil practices, but I promise you this rich, fertile land as your possession, and I will give it to you. I am the Lord your God, and have set you apart from the other nations. So then you must make a clear distinction between animals and birds that are ritually clean and those that are not. Do not eat unclean animals or birds. I have declared them unclean, and eating them would make you unclean. You shall be holy and belong only to me, because I am the Lord, and I am holy. I have set you apart from the other nations, so that you would belong to me alone. Any man or woman who consults the spirits of the dead shall be stoned to death. Any person who does this is responsible for his own death. I'm Wayne Roach of the Strawberry Jam. A bit gruff, but good night and God bless.